There's a system that heats any room in winter without electricity. It costs less than $3 in materials from a hardware store or nursery. It was used in cabins in Alaska and Canada for entire decades. It works with an oil candle and 2 stacked clay pots. Manufacturers of portable electric heaters don't want you to know about it. A portable electric heater costs between $30 and $50. It consumes between 500 and 1,000 $views of electricity per hour of use. This system consumes 0 $W of electricity and costs $3 just once. This is the story of the $1 heater that electric companies prefer you to forget. Welcome to Camping Prohibito. If these stories matter to you, subscribe and turn on the bell right now. Here we open the safes that the energy industry locked shut. In 1958, rural communities in Alaska had a serious problem. Winters in interior Alaska dropped to $40 degrees at night. The electrical grid did not reach most cabins in the interior of the state. Gasoline generators were expensive, noisy, and consumed fuel nonstop. The residents of those communities were looking for ways to heat themselves with simple and cheap materials. A carpenter named Bill Morley in Fairbanks, Alaska, found the solution in his workshop. Morley took 2 clay pots of different sizes from his greenhouse. He placed the smaller pot inside the larger one, leaving space between them. He sealed the bottom hole of the larger pot with a cork or with clay. Under the stacked pots, he placed a lit oil candle on a metal plate. The heat from the candle rose toward the clay pots and heated them from the inside. The clay stored the heat and radiated it slowly and continuously into the room. An oil candle generates approximately 40 W of heat per hour of combustion. That doesn't seem like much compared to a 1,000 W electric heater in a large room, but in a small, well-insulated 10-Nipmuc room, the effect is completely different. The clay stores the heat and radiates it evenly for hours without fluctuations. Morley documented that his system heated his 10-meter cabin up to 18 degrees with an outside temperature of 20 degrees and without any electricity cost. His neighbors in Fairbanks adopted the system and improved it with different pot sizes. The method spread quietly through rural communities in Alaska, Yukon, and northern Canada. It never appeared in any hardware store catalog or in any home energy efficiency manual. This is where the story takes exactly the shape you already expect. Before continuing, I gathered everything in the complete Camping Prohibito package. The exact measurements of clay pots to maximize heat accumulation in the system, the types of candles and oil that generate more heat per hour of continuous combustion, the most common mistakes when building the system and how to completely avoid them, the safety protocol to use the clay heater without fire risk, the comparison of heat generated versus cost between the homemade system and electric heaters, more than 10 guides in one place, straight to the point without unnecessary talk. The link is in the video description. Stay. The numbers coming next are impossible to ignore. Now, the numbers are completely impossible to ignore. A 1,000 W portable electric heater consumes 1 kilowatt per hour of use. In the United States, 1 kilowatt costs between 12 and 20 cents, depending on the state. In Spain and Mexico, the cost per kW exceeds 25 cents. Currently, 8 hours of an electric heater running during the night costs between $1 and $2. That's between $30 and $60 per month just in electricity to heat one room. An oil candle costs less than $1 and lasts between 8 and 12 hours. 2 clay pots of different sizes cost less than $2 at any local nursery. The total cost of Morley's system is less than $3 as a one-time initial investment. The cost per night is less than $1 in candle oil. The University of Alaska Fairbanks tested the clay system in a laboratory in 2002. The clay heater increased the temperature of a 10-meter room. With a single candle, the room reached between 16 degrees and 20 degrees in 2 hours. With 2 candles burning simultaneously, the temperature exceeded 22 degrees in less than 1 hour. The portable electric heater industry generates $20 billion a year globally. You cannot patent 2 clay pots and a candle available in any local nursery. You cannot generate $20 billion if people heat their rooms with $1. This is not a theory, it is cost mathematics applied to real winter numbers. If you made it this far, you already know more about heating than almost everyone. Subscribe and share with someone who pays for electric heating every winter. The link to the full package is in the description. Stay, the best is coming now. Why does Morley's system not appear in any home energy efficiency manual? Why has no energy company told you that you can heat your room with $1? The portable electric heater industry generates $20 billion a year. The model works on a calculated premise. Winter cold forces you to buy electricity. For that model to work, you must believe that heating a room necessarily requires electricity, that there's no accessible, safe, and cheap alternative for winter at home. You cannot patent 2 clay pots and an oil candle from a local nursery. You cannot create energy dependence when someone heats their room with $3 worth of materials. That's why the Fairbanks system circulated among rural communities and never reached manuals. It was too correct for the winter business model, which needed to remain intact. That should make you angry every time you turn on the electric heater on a cold night. Now I will show you exactly how to build the system in less than 30 minutes. You need 4 materials that you can get for less than $5 in total. First, a large clay pot of about 20 centimeters in base diameter. Second, a small clay pot of about 10 centimeters in base diameter. Third, an oil candle or long tea candle available in any store or supermarket. Fourth, a ceramic or metal plate resistant to heat to place the candle underneath. You also need a cork or clay to seal the bottom hole of the large pot. Construction of the clay heater step by step on a table or stable surface. First step, place the lit candle on the ceramic plate in the center. Second step, place the small pot upside down on the plate, surrounding the lit candle. Leave 2 centimeters between the base of the pot and the candle plate. That space allows the heat from the candle to circulate inside the small pot. Third step, seal the top hole of the small pot with cork or clay. This forces the heat to accumulate inside the clay instead of escaping directly upward. Fourth step, place the large pot upside down over the already installed small pot. The large pot surrounds the small one, leaving an airspace between them. That airspace between pots acts as thermal insulation and amplifies heat radiation. Fifth step, also seal the top hole of the large pot with another cork or clay. In 20 minutes, the clay pots will begin to radiate heat into the room. In 45 minutes, the clay will be completely hot and the room will begin to warm up. The system radiates heat continuously for the 8 to 12 hours of the candle. Important warning before using the system in your room during the night. Never leave the candle burning unattended for more than 30 minutes in enclosed spaces. The candle consumes oxygen from the environment and can reduce ventilation in very small rooms. Always leave a window slightly open or use the system in rooms with natural ventilation. Place the system on a ceramic or metal surface and never on wood or fabric. Keep the clay heater away from curtains, clothing, and any flammable material in the room. With these basic precautions, the system is completely safe for nighttime use in winter. A camper in Ushuaia, Argentina, used the system for 3 consecutive winters in his cabin. His 12-meter cabin reached 18 degrees Celsius with 2 candles lit with an outside temperature of 15 night Gruntops, and without any electricity cost during the night. The cost of candles for the whole night was 80 cents per night. 80 cents versus $2 for an electric heater for the same room on the same night. This knowledge did not disappear from the world. It was in the cabins of Fairbanks, Alaska, and in rural communities of northern Canada, waiting for someone to open the safe and put it in front of your eyes without filters. If this video is going to save you money this winter, subscribe and share it right now. Every time it is shared, someone discovers they can heat their room with $1 each night. With the clay heater running, it is electricity that is never consumed. This is not an experiment. It is energy independence with $3 of clay and wax. The next safe opens soon, and what's inside is worth even more than this.